What's up? I'm sitting here with Ashley. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
You just want to tell me a little about yourself? How old you are, where you're from originally, stuff like that.
So, I am 33. I am from Levittown, Pennsylvania. I've been down in Philly off and on for like the past year and a half. Right now has been the longest I've been out there.
Okay.
Out here. It's other than being in jail for a month or two, then I'm right back out here.
Now, you want to explain everyone what happened to your face? I think it's really important.
Yeah, so I was hit in the face with, I guess, like a PVC pipe.
This side. Yeah, wow. Okay.
Yeah, my nose is actually broke.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
Okay, is your cheekbone over here broken?
So, no, it's just like a bunch of swelling. My whole face, my neck is kind of messed up too.
Wow. So what happened?
So, I basically fell asleep on the sidewalk, going through my bag, trying to get everything together. Woke up, my legs were asleep, and I was whining. Now, I knew I had money in my pocket. I wasn't crying because I was sick and needed to get shit.
Right.
I knew I was gonna get shit. My legs were asleep. So this guy comes walking over and he's like, "Oh, what's the matter? Do you need to go to the hospital? Is your legs broke?" And he had this pitchfork thing too, and he's poking at me, and I'm like, "No, I don't need to go to the hospital. What the hell?" So then he starts to walk away, comes back, and automatically just assumes that, I'm dope sick. I had no drugs on the ground. I had nothing insinuating other than I was the fuck asleep. But, so he, just was degrading me basically the whole time. He called me the N-word 1,000,001 times, which obviously,
doesn't fit. Yeah, but...
And then a redneck N-word, and then, it was he tried to give me money, and I didn't need his money. I had money in my pocket. So I think that's what really set the whole thing off, was when I threw his money on the ground.
Okay.
I mean, it didn't help that I called him, a spick, which, I shouldn't have.
Right.
At all. Two wrongs don't make a right, but I could only take so much. So, and it was basically more or less to be hey, listen, I got my own fucking money, fuck you.
Right. One second. So I like to keep the car on so you guys stay warm a little bit.
Yeah.
We do. Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's cold as shit.
Yeah.
End of the story, basically, I said that, he followed me down the street and hit me right in the face with I think it was a PVC pipe. I mean, it definitely was not a plastic wiffle bat.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it was.
No, it broke my nose. Yeah, like I said, I think it's just a lot of swelling, which it's gone down a lot. Oh my god, it was I literally watched it happen and then just blacked out, and then the after math I think is more irritating for me as far as the cops go.
You said they kind of laughed it off, right?
Yeah. Oh, it was, I'm a drug addict, and that was that. This guy literally stood in the street with the pipe, whatever he hit me with, and was saying, "Oh, I was just trying to help her. She called me a spick."
Man.
Admitting that you literally, and there's obviously blood pouring down my face.
That is so wild to me.
Physical,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Evidence that this guy just did that, and he gets to walk away. But let me get caught with a bag.
Yeah.
Because, if I had a bag on me when that happened, man, I would have been sitting.
You would have been down State Road.
Yup, sure would have been. And he would have just been walking back to his house with that pipe.
Wow. That's so crazy.
And right now, I think that's the saddest part, is just the way drug addicts are treated out here right now. Not that we're the most respectful, but at the end of the day, I've seen people get kicked just for no reason. I've was literally assault for no. I did nothing wrong.
The girl that because I was supposed to interview you a couple weeks ago,
Right.
About 2 weeks ago.
Right.
The girl Cece that set it up.
Yeah.
Even she got her teeth kicked in, right?
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
and that's why I started this channel, was because I hated how people down here are getting.
Yeah, because I think we're
Shown.
stereotyped, like it's one way. We're
Yeah.
drug addicts and that's it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'll tell you right now, you can drop a bag in front of me and I'm not gonna take your bag.
Yeah.
I don't steal from nobody here. I do what I do. It's not the greatest, but I'm not breaking into people's houses.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? You have people that aren't drug addicts that do that.
Yep.
And like I said, we're getting kicked, and it's getting younger too. I literally was chased on a bike by 10-year-olds.
Yeah, I hear that all the time, especially down here.
And I was more scared of them than I'm scared of anybody over here that's my age.
So when people ask if I'm worried about doing this down here, I said the only time I'm truly scared in Philadelphia is around a big group of kids. That's the scariest thing in the world down there.
They're petrifying.
Because they don't give a fuck.
It was 3 o'clock in the morning too, and I'm just thinking to myself, why are you even out?
Yeah.
And then they're vicious.
Yeah.
But and then it's
That's when they're in groups too. That's when, if it's just 2 of them, you could just ragdoll kick the shit out of them.
No, oh my god, no, 2 of them.
Yeah.
I've watched them come over where, we're homeless. We sleep.
Well,
where
not
we
you. I'm
sleep.
saying yeah.
Oh, yeah. And it was just 2. They were probably 15, 16.
Mm-hmm.
Came over, tried to go in the girls' they literally tried to go down her bra to get her money or drugs, whatever they thought was there.
Damn.
She woke up and was yo, and went to defend herself, and they kicked her right in the stomach. You know what I mean?
So
It's
degrading.
and I think that's the worst part about it right now. It's it's so degrading. It's bad enough, and I think a lot of us have enough mental health issues, enough PTSD, trauma, a lot of stuff that you literally can't even close your eyes at night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't wake up and say, I want to be a drug addict today. That's what my goal in life is.
Right.
Yeah, I wanted to try stuff. But
It's a lot of trauma you're probably pushing down.
exactly, it's a lot of stuff that wants to just get hidden in the closet, and and that's the way most of us deal with it. And
Yeah.
I think it's the same as any mental health disease. It's-
So have you been, let me ask you a question, kind of personal, you don't have to answer it. Have you been diagnosed with any other any mental health?
Anxiety, depression, I have some trauma I've gone through, not diagnosed. It's kind of something I just don't talk about.
Sure.
And that's the root of all evil. It's you don't talk about this shit, and then it's you self-medicate, find some way to deal with it every day, and it's
Or you just medicate so you don't have to deal with it.
exactly, and it's when will it end?
Yeah. Probably won't. It's just gonna be a vicious cycle.
And now it's oh well, I'd be on Suboxone for the rest of my life, methadone for the rest of my life.
Real quick, I was worried about that too, about being on a. Now I'm not on anything, but my brother's been on Suboxone for 13 years now. He has an amazing apartment. He makes over $100,000 a year.
Yep.
So he's living his good. And I told him to be on him for the rest of his life if he has to. So
Yeah.
don't let people stigmatize
It's
you.
better than sticking a needle in your arm every day.
Yeah.
It is better than lying, selling yourself. It's so much better than everything that this drug, these drugs, because it's not just heroin, it's everything. Because fentanyl is literally, it's in crack now. Who would be addicted to crack in 1980? Nobody.
That's why I was just joking with the. I was just joking with the lady Shawanda I had just interviewed earlier. And that's what she was like. She was like, yeah, crack. She's like, you never had to worry about overdosing on crack before.
Or withdrawing from it. Or, you had, like, that come down fucking withdrawal from it, but not...
That was just mental, and you were like...
Now people are fucking... you take a
like
hit.
Physical
you're
withdrawal.
Physically going back because it's definitely got fentanyl in it.
That's so scary.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, it's just everything. So it's like, that's how they'll keep you on.
Yeah.
Everything out here.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's the government, because I think that's crazy.
Yeah.
But
no, I think that's stupid.
it is literally just the people that are selling it.
It's easy to buy the xylazine and the fentanyl. It's cheap, and they know you're getting hooked on it.
Yep.
It takes our government 10 years to pave a road. I don't think they're smart enough to do this shit.
They're not. Just like, I don't know how difficult it is just to, like, literally pull up on a block and catch somebody.
Yeah. No, that's right. Like,
I don't know. Around here, it's apparently real difficult.
Yeah, they could. That's all they got to do is get rid of the dealers.
Yeah.
And everything else would just disappear sooner or later. Not disappear, but
one more will come along, but then you arrest them too, I guess.
Yeah.
And eventually, like, I mean, if you steal from Walmart, you go to jail forever. So,
yeah.
What is the difference, like, between that and arresting people every day for selling drugs?
It's a crazy world.
Especially in a place like this that is so open.
Well, I think that what I think the government does do is they just allow it to happen here. They're not the ones putting the drugs in. They're just okay with it happening here.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is like population control in some ways, but I also think that it is just the fact that, like, because they don't want to deal with it.
If they keep it contained here in this little part of Kensington, then it's not anywhere else.
And if they get rid of this block, look at how many people are going to be detoxing and needing rehabs.
Or where are they going? What if they don't want rehab? Where are they going to go then?
Exactly. And how many encampments are they shutting down all the time?
Now, were you here for the Emerald City encampment?
No, I wasn't. No.
Okay.
No.
People were saying that was like once they broke that up, that's when like the shit really hit the fan down here.
I think that's just when, like, everybody, like, was like, fuck it, like, I'm gonna go wherever I want to go. Right. Where it was more like
kind of
enclosed. It was. There was spots where you went and got high. Now, I don't give a shit where I am. I'm walking, ripping a bag open.
That's what's wild to me, because I remember coming to Kensington as a white person in an expensive car used to be the scariest shit in the world.
Yeah,
because you're going to get your car searched. You know the cops are going to mess with you.
Yep.
You're probably going to go to the roundhouse, maybe the state road. But now it's like I see people just needles in their necks. I'm like, what? Oh
my God! It's more. They're more like kids than cops. You know which is great. You know what I mean? Like, especially like whether you have kids or not, you shouldn't be doing that shit in front of them. And I think that's who's really affected the most out here. Like these kids. Like, you can't even come outside your house without like needles on the ground. Like, I use needles. I'm guilty of throwing them on the ground too. You know. And it's like, you just get into all these habits. And it's like, here, the freedom.
I always say Kensington's
it's so hard to not do.
Disney World for drug addicts.
It sure is. Disney World, oh my God, it's like the Princess Cruise, like, for the rest of your life. Like, but it's also like, all that freedom is why nobody's stopping. Yeah,
that's why you guys are all chained like a ball and chain here to this place, you know?
Where if there was some sort of, effects for when you get caught.
Yeah.
Instead of...
But you know what, though? They did that for 40 years with the war on drugs, and there was still, So and I don't know if that worked.
It didn't do much. I think it controlled it a little bit as far as people being scared.
Yeah. No, 100% you are right about that. But I think at the end of the day, people were going to get high regardless.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I don't think someone should go to jail for using drugs. No. Ever. I think it's the people that's selling them, if at all, should be going to jail.
Yeah, which even the people selling them, like, right now, a lot of the people selling them are users.
Yeah, they're just
and you
trying
know
to get
why
a couple
they're hired?
Because
they'd rather them get caught.
The real dealers want them to do the dirty shit. Yep.
So we get used.
Yep. And what you get after you sell 16 bags? You might get 4 or 2 for free or
Yeah,
something.
fucking 2, yeah.
2, yeah. So
2 if you're lucky.
that's what, 1 shot.
Depends on
Depends
your
on
habit,
your habit, but-
yeah. Yeah, and it's kind of like, it just puts you in like this situation where it's kind of like, well,
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
never ends.
Yeah, you guys are living a crazy life, man. I genuinely feel for you guys. I wish I could make it all go away, but that's not how life works.
Yeah, no, and I think, you know, it's like having a job, you know, you gotta work hard at it.
Yeah.
Like, it sucks. I just was locked in my mom and dad's house for like 5 days, and I was like, I'm gonna kill myself. Like, you know, like they wouldn't give me a dime, they wouldn't give me a ride nowhere, and it was like,
that when
I
you were in your
just,
face when you were helping?
no, this was like after.
Oh, okay.
They just were tired of my shit. They didn't want me getting high, and I was like, you know.
Yeah. It's a shame. I wish that would work. That never works though when someone else wants you
No,
to get
because
clean.
your body gets to the point where it's like, that's fine, you don't want to give me money?
Yep.
I will drag my shit-filled ass,
Yep.
throwing up on myself, and I'll
I'll
get
get it
somewhere,
myself.
and I'll
Yep.
get money somehow, and I don't give a shit how.
Yeah. I get. Yep. I agree. It's horrible. So in the future, can I keep up talking with you and stuff like this? Keep
Yeah.
up the conversations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully, get you once you're ready to get clean. I'll help you do that too.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, I go to my Suboxone doctor.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
That's also hard to do. You know, living around. I wouldn't be able to do. I wasn't be able to.
Not here.
I wasn't able to be on Suboxone living at my parents' house, and that was in a nice house in Montgomery County.
That's crazy.
So I could definitely not do
Yeah, oh yeah, doing it here is like,
it here.
I literally have to walk through
Yeah.
like Kensington to get to Kensington office.
Yeah, yeah.
Suboxone clinic, like,
Yeah. I'm glad they are giving them to people like that, just to, you know.
yeah,
But it is wild.
yeah, it is, and it's like, I mean, you know, you don't have to do much to get them now,
Yeah.
but it is a good thing because
Yeah.
people really need to get the fuck on that shit
Yeah.
because it helps, but it's just getting through them couple days
Oh man, yeah.
that nobody wants to go through.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean. It just never fucking ends.
Yeah.
Something's gotta give.
Yep.
It's us.
Yeah. You just got to stop using drugs.
Yeah, that's it. You gotta have the willpower.
But it's
to
one of the
just be
hardest
like,
things in the world to do.
Yeah.
I get it. But
Yeah.
that's literally, you know what you need to do. You just
Yeah.
gotta try and do it.
Yeah, that's the goal.
All right. Well, it was nice talking to you.
Thank you.
All right. I'll talk to you
Appreciate it.
soon. All right. Thank you.
Thanks.